Hello student, today we are going to discuss most important expected NEET question for upcoming NEET exam is going to be 2021. Okay, if you follow this, you can maximum you can get 40 out of 40 all the question you can get from the exam. Okay, we'll see what is the most important question chapter wise. We'll see. Just I followed with the NCERT. The first one, volume 1, class 11. Okay, units and measurement. The question is asked from units and measurement. Uh, it is dimensional formula. It is a volume 1 book back from NCERT. Okay, in first volume they are given a lot of units and measurements. Okay, totally 90 to 90 above 90 formulas is that. If you are preparing all, you can get one question. Okay, the second one example they asked previously: stress, thermal conductivity, okay, and pressure. These are the SI unit and dimensional formula, both they asked in the NEET exam. It is a chapter 2. Okay, next, chapter 3, motion in a straight line. Okay, from this they asked in a NEET, it is displacement to the velocity. Okay, they will give some equation, they will ask you to find the velocity, so you should differentiate the equation, then only you will get the velocity. Okay, at particular time. So displacement to acceleration, again we have to differentiate. That kind of problem also previous year they asked. Okay, next question, acceleration to velocity, the opposite thing you should do, you have to integrate the formula. Okay, the next one, acceleration to displacement, also they will be asking, you have to integrate with the 2 times. Okay, this question also you need to know from chapter 3, motion in a straight line. Okay, the next one, velocity to the displacement, that also will be integration method. Equation of motion based problem, okay, that is asked. Then vector, okay, vector, from the vector cross product and dot product is a important. The very important repeated question is a torque. Okay, the next one, cross product and dot product is one of the most important topic you need to learn from vector. Okay, then parallelogram law of vector. This also they asked 2-3 times. They asked question from parallelogram law of vector. Okay, application based question. Next, laws of motion from 5th chapter. What is the question is asked? First one, the question is based on the conservation of momentum is asked. The next one, friction force also with it will be you have to learn. Here also the question is asked previous year, frictional force. Okay, then collisions, from the collision simple problem they asked in the previous year. Okay, then change in momentum, that's going to be the impulsive force, also is asked in previous year question. Okay, so a force into time is equal to change in momentum. Based on that formula also you should learn some problems. Okay, the next one, chapter 6, work energy power, the chapter 6 NCERT. The question is asked, they asked the question EV to the joule. One EV is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Okay, 1 joule is 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Like that also conversion, basic conversion, energy conversion you need to know. Okay, calorie to the joules also you need to know. Work energy theorem, change in work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. Force into displacement is equal to half mv square. That formula based also you need to know the problem. Kinetic energy half mv square, potential energy mgh. Okay, this formula based also previous year they asked. Okay, and also work done by the frictional force also is asked the question. Okay, now chapter 4, center of mass and rotation motion. The problem is asked COM, direct center of mass problem. Very simple problem they asked. Okay, the next one, moment of inertia for all the objects, sphere, cylinder, disc, ring, all the object you need to know. Okay, they asked like a comparison type of question. Okay, the next one, conservation of angular momentum, is one of the most important repeated question from the 7th chapter. Okay, then torque problem, already I said it's a cross product. That problem definitely they are asking frequent question, so you have to prepare from torque problem also. Okay, then gravitation, chapter 8. Okay, gravitation height and gravitation depth. It's the most important question for height and depth. Okay, then gravitational potential energy, acceleration due to gravity, both are also important. For first 2 concept is very important question. Okay, next, volume 2 in class 11. Okay, so class 11 volume 2 we are going to see what is the question is asked previous year. Okay, if you are focusing only the topic, you can get many questions. Okay, mechanical properties of solid, it's mostly 2-3 times they asked modulus of elasticity, SI unit of elasticity, problem based on modulus of elasticity, only Young's modulus based. Okay, and one time they asked stress unit. Okay, stress and strain is there. So Hooke's law is related with stress and strain. Okay, so you have to know concept about the modulus of elasticity. Then chapter 10, NCERT mechanical properties of fluid. From this they asked pressure finding. Pressure is equal to H rho g. This formula based also problem is previous year they asked. Bernoulli's theorem application also you need to know to balance the formulas. Okay, the next one, chapter 12, thermodynamics. Okay, from the thermodynamics some question is asked. So first law of thermodynamic based question also is asked. Okay, so change in the given energy is equal to internal energy plus work done. The next, coefficient of viscosity, coefficient of efficiency formula also you need to know. Efficiency is equal to Q1 minus Q2 divided by Q1 efficiency formula, and the coefficient of performance both you need to know. One of the time they asked temperature relation with coefficient of efficiency. Okay, so COP and COE. Okay, that both the formulas just note it and go directly they will be asking the question. Okay, in case they are given small t, temperature in degree Celsius, if you want to convert in Kelvin, you have to add 273. Okay, the next one, adiabatic process, isothermal process. So adiabatic, it is energy remains same. It won't escape from inside to outside, outside to inside. It won't come from outside to inside. It won't escape from inside to outside. Okay, that question is asked many years. Adiabatic process alone. Okay, and isothermal, the temperature remains constant. Okay, so both the process you need to know including the graph. Okay, then thermal properties of matter, so chapter 11 from it is class 11 volume 2. Okay, PV is equal to mu RT. This formula based many times they asked question, and half mv square is equal to 3 by 2 kt also. Formula based also they asked the question. Okay, direct problem only. The next one, specific heat capacity formula based question, then Mayer's relation questions, then degrees of freedom. These are the question is asked previous year NEET exam. Okay, so if you follow this only this topic, you can get many question in your NEET exam. Okay, next, waves and oscillation. Okay, one of the most repeated question is a simple harmonic motion. Y is equal to a sin omega, a cos omega t. V is equal to a omega cos omega t. A is equal to a omega square minus cos omega sin omega t. Okay, that simple harmonic motion equation you need to know. Then only you are able to clear the NEET exam. So you can get good mark in physics. Okay, these are the topic you need to be very thorough. Okay, open organ pipe, closed organ pipe also question they asked. So application of this they asked in a previous year. Okay, and the next one, Doppler effect. So these are the main concept you have to follow with this waves and oscillation. Okay, next, volume 1, class 12 physics. Okay, so first chapter 1 and 2 electrostatic we can call. From that, Coulomb's law of force. Okay, electrostatic force based question 2-3 times they asked. Directly F is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square. The same formula based they asked many times questions. Okay, SI unit of epsilon naught you need, it's compulsory you need to know, then only you are able to do with some problems. Okay, next, capacitance of capacitor, parallel plate capacitor, and the next one, electric field and electrostatic potential and electrostatic potential energy. These are the concept you need to know to balance this 1 and 2 chapters. Okay, if you are not able to prepare everything, means at least you can prepare these are the topics. So they are asking frequent question from this. Okay, repeated question from current electricity. It is the current electricity, one of the most important chapter. The first one, color code, two 3 times they asked color code problems. The next one, temperature versus resistance graph also they asked, and given factors affecting resistance, how the temperature RT is equal to R0 1 plus alpha T. That formula based also they asked the problem. Okay, next one, EMF in series parallel. 2-3 times they asked this question, especially EMF in series and parallel. Okay, and EMF internal resistance terminal voltage relation. It's one of the common relation is there. If you are from that also is the question previous year they asked. Charge to the current to charge. This you need to know how to convert. Charge to current means you have to differentiate the equation. Current to charge means you should do integration of the equation. This is the question you can learn from the chapter 3. Apart from this, all basic formula, heat and energy formulas you need to know to balance the exam. Okay, to balance this topic. Okay, with simple problem you need to know about the electricity. Okay, next, chapter 5 and 7. Okay, electromagnetism, electromagnetic induction and AC circuit. Okay, so electromotive force E is equal to BBL, Lorentz force F is equal to IBL. Okay, that kind of formulas you need to know problem based on this. Okay, next one, inductance, self inductance, mutual induction with basic relation of the flux and the current. Okay, magnetic flux also you need to know, and LCR circuit with simple problem alone it's enough. You are able to manage with the AC circuits. Okay, the next one, chapter 8. So chapter 8 most repeated question is the relation between EBC. Okay, direct finding the answer. Okay, the next one, relation between EB and propagation graph. Okay, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. It's going to be IJK relation. Okay, that also you need to know. These are the from volume 1 electromagnetic spectrum. This is the most important question. Apart from this, all the rays arrangement and wavelength frequency, just you can learn it how to convert. Okay, and what is the uses of each ray. Okay, sometime it can be this can be asked. Okay, next, volume 2 class 12. Okay, class 9, it's the chapter 9, ray optics and optical instrument. Image formation of mirror. Okay, so you need to know small problems how to do image formation, especially V position how to find. Okay, from the lens or mirror both. Okay, the next condition, telescope. One of the telescope problem is a repeated question from the magnification of the telescope or objective lens of the telescope. This question is the most repeated question. Okay, so the next question is the resolution power. Okay, the two times the resolution power is asked. It is d 1.22 d divided by lambda. D is the diameter of the lens and lambda is the wavelength of the light is used. Okay, ray optics we have many concepts, but this is the main concept you can focus. And the prism, many years they asked prism based problem. Refractive index, sin I by sin r or C by V, the refractive index relation also you need to know to balance the ray optics questions for NEET exam. Okay, the next one, refractive index. Yeah, chapter wave optics 10, chapter 10 wave optics. The repeated question is asked from Young's double slit experiment. That's going to be the interference. Okay, beta and theta value, angular width, fringe width and angular width, beta and theta value we need to know. So this question is repeated many times. Okay, sometimes diffraction also you can learn. This is the repeated question. So you can focus here. If you want, you can focus diffraction also here, because chances is that the question can be asked from diffraction. Okay, and the next one, dual nature. So another most important photoelectric equation, ek is equal to half mv, ek is equal to h frequency minus h frequency naught. The another de Broglie matter wave equation. This two question is the most important question. It's a very famous question. Okay, how to convert from wavelength to the voltage and voltage to the wavelength conversion. Okay, these are the two questions. Is the most repeated question in volume 2 class 12 physics. Okay, the next one. Next one, chapter 12 and 13, atomic physics and nuclear physics. The question is asked, Bohr's theory. So Bohr's model of atom. So hydrogen atom and hydrogen spectrum series. Okay, from this both the part the question is asked. Then mass defect and binding energy. Okay, so MEV conversion, MEV to the joules conversion. Also you need to know mass defect to the energy, mass to energy, energy to the mass. That problem you need to know because it's asked in previous year. Okay, the next one, radioactive law of disintegration. The law of disintegration based question also you need to know based on half-life time period. Okay, then chapter 4, PN junction diode is a very important question. Okay, many times they asked. And diode versus temperature characterization. Okay, so already we know VI characterization and also temperature how is going to affect the semiconductor characterization. That also you need to know. Okay, this is also one of the repeated question. Okay, thank you everyone. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.